Inflation making it so difficult for you and your family at home to make ends meet, and the cost of housing, another big reason why, right? That's especially true in many low-income areas. For example, in East Buffalo, the average home price in the 14208 zip code is more than $137,000. Prices in that neighborhood up 26% year over year. That's a pretty steep increase to overcome in an area where the median income there is just over $33,000 a year. More than half of the people who live there are renters. So tonight, senior reporter Eileen Buckley goes in depth on the housing debate here in the Queen City.
Let's just take these properties, for instance. As you can see, they do need some work.
Real estate broker Brian Bailey, who works with Western New York Metro Roberts, sells mostly in Buffalo's inner city. He met with me outside two Jefferson Avenue properties now for sale and tells me it is his vision to promote home ownership to people living in this East Buffalo community. And having a chance at home ownership in this community would provide generational wealth. In our recent 7 News Buffalo Strong conversation, Garnell Whitfield, who lost his mother Ruth in Buffalo's mass shooting, blames deeply rooted and historically racist policies that have led to a lack of home ownership in the Jefferson Avenue community and a lack of equity.
We had to subsidize our mother. You know, she didn't pass any wealth on to us. As is done in the majority community, in white communities, there's no wealth being distributed amongst our family members that will give us a head start, that will give our children a head start. None of that happens in our community.
We do have a lot of big companies coming in here, developers, I should say, that's taking this land, and instead of building houses to be able to offer programs in order for people to increase ownership, they choose to build buildings so they can make unaffordable rent.
Bailey says too many inner city families opt to rent an apartment or home, putting money into a landlord's pocket and denying themselves a chance to build a financial future for themselves.
My big concern is, why would you like to put equity in someone else's pocket when you can be the homeowner and you can actually be paying less than what you're paying in rent?
Bailey tells me people don't realize they might be able to afford a home, but he says home ownership has to be taught, just as he learned growing up in East Buffalo.
We do have a family home off of Bailey that we've owned. Well, my grandfather, he purchased before I was even thought of. My dad was a kid.
Eileen Buckley, 7 News, Buffalo.
Such an important topic.